Doing a presentation on building your brand and reaching more customers with the power of Instagram and Facebook. And I really like this quote: social media is here, it's not going away, and a passing fail by where your customers are in social media. All right, so here is two Instagram accounts that I came across of two top coaches. One of them is Melissa McAllister, and the other one is Chalene Johnson, or Chalene is a trainer. So one of the huge things about what I am seeing with Instagram and what the professionals are recommending is making sure that you're consistent on your posts and that you're also formatting it to be very attractive. So if you use a certain color, or like what I did is I used brown or turquoise as my backgrounds, and so it's consistent. So I'm not having all these crazy colors and it just mismatched. And it's just like dressing yourself. If you want to look nice and everything to match correctly, you want to make sure you're considering the color of your shoes to your shirt. So what I try to do is use just brown or turquoise and in my filters. Sorry, that was the word I was looking for, is filters. So when you're using your filters, try to stay consistent and go with what your personality is. My favorite colors together are brown and turquoise. That is why I chose that. And then make sure you're showing yourself, because if people don't know who you are, I don't think they're looking deeper into who is this person. You want them to know more about you, and you want them to be attracted to you. So make sure you're posting pictures of yourself and who you are. One of the things with Melissa McAllister is she gives information right away of who she is and what she does. And then she has a link right at the top of how you can contact her. As you can see, she has 223,000 followers. That is a ton of followers. Chalene Johnson, on her other page, I think she has over 300. But one of the things that Chalene Johnson had spoke about is that one of the people that she was mentoring, which I believe it's Melissa McAllister, she didn't say the name, it was on one of her podcasts, but she says she has a ton of followers, and it's due to the fact that she has videos. So the reason why I'm assuming it's Melissa is because Melissa has a ton of amazing content. It's educational, she's adding value, and she looks great while she's doing it. So I kind of want to go over a little bit. Here is your post up at the top. This is how many posts that Melissa has made, how many followers she has, and how many people she's following. As you can see, she's not following even close to as many followers as she has, which is a great place to be looking for building a business. And so one of the things that if you are looking for information on what to do for growing your business and how to use Instagram to make an impact, go to this Instagram Impact. She does daily posts, Chalene Johnson, daily posts of little things here and there of what to do, what not to do, and it's just short, sweet, and to the point, and it's great stuff. She's laser focused. Okay, so Chalene Johnson has a few accounts. And the reason why is through Instagram, you're funneling people into what your niche is. So health, fitness, nutrition, or Chalene Johnson has an interest in fashion design, so she has a fashion design account. And then obviously Instagram Impact, she is just focusing on Instagram. I personally don't have the time for that. I barely have the time with the one account for Instagram, which is where I'm posting my fitness, health, and nutrition. And then I also, my niche is Proverbs 31, and then also being a mom. So I do not share my mom pictures very often, but I make sure that I'm doing my hashtags, and I'll get to hashtags in a minute. Down on the bottom, you have your home page, and you have your search button. You can search for your hashtags. You can search for other Instagram users. Right here is the button where you can upload the pictures that you want to upload, and then also put your hashtags below and your content. So with Jab Jab Right Hook, this book is an excellent book. One of the things you want to do is tell your story. I would say jab, jab, right hook with, or it's 3 jabs and then right hook. Your right hook is your advertising, your business. What your jabs are is basically a way to connect with you, to add value to them, for them to want to follow you, to attract them to you. So what I would say on Instagram for me with my jab is recipes, my workouts, and quotes, fitness, health, and fitness quotes. And then sometimes I just post a picture if I'm feeling like I feel confident about where I am, and I'll just post a picture of myself and put something underneath, maybe a quote, maybe just a quick tagline, and feeling great this fall or something like that. And it's really interesting is because I get a lot of likes off just a random photo of myself than I do on a lot of the other content. I'm seeing with a lot of recipes, I get a lot of likes from that. And also with the workouts, it's here and there. So one of the things is with Instagram is what you're trying to do is you're attracting people in, you're adding value to people. And one of the things you can do is there's 2 different apps that you can use. When I first started, I thought, what are the hashtags I'm going to use? Okay, hashtags are what, if you don't know, for beginners, is how people find you. So fitness, for example, hashtag fitness, hashtag nutrition. And when I first started, I thought, what do I use? And then I was spending all that time typing it out. Okay, so this has been a huge time saver for me. It's called Insta. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I use it every day. Insta-Tag app. Wondering how to quickly manage hashtags so the process of adding them to your photos is not slow and cumbersome? Yes, please. Insta-Tag is hashtag management tool. It is a quick way to tag your Instagram photos with the most popular and relevant hashtags. It is so easy to use. Once you get it downloaded, you can go into top categories, you can go into just categories, customize, and then once you go into categories, I just go into health and fitness, and it will say copy, and you just hit copy, and all these hashtags come up on your copy board, and it takes you directly to Instagram. You put it in your comments. This is after you have posted the picture, and that is recommended by Chalene Johnson. Do not put your hashtags when you post the picture, you put it after in the comments. This book that I read here, Instagram Power, we'll get there in a minute. I'll have all this information for you. He says in this book is that you don't want to use over 10 hashtags. I don't follow that rule. I just copy and paste it and put it on my page in my comment box after I post a picture. On the bottom here, you can, here's your profile, and then here is your likes and comments page, and then at the top, you can now message Instagrammers back and forth, which has been really awesome for me and connections that I'm making with other people. How to get followers. So I am going to tell you, I have actually used a gentleman by the name of G. I think he's not from the States, and so I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I've only messaged him back and forth on Instagram, and he was recommended by a lot of people, and so I started using him to help me gain followers. And G Encino, if you look him up he's on Facebook, and he says that I can recommend anyone to contact him. He'd love to help out other coaches out. So he has been great. He actually within a month has got me an additional 750 followers. And his message, this is what he messaged me. I asked him if he could give me some info on how he's growing my business. And he said, what exactly I do. I've been using different strategies to get followers. Mass liking pictures of other users, encouraging positive comments, follow those people who are interested in fitness but avoiding these people. Herbalife, Wraps, and It Works. Slimming World, Advocare, Beach Body Coaches, and also fake followers. Mass unfollowing. Unfollow after some days those who didn't follow back so we can remove them. These are so effective when posting. When is the busiest time and best time to repost? 1, in the morning, 6 to 9 a.m. Now for me, I'm mountain time. So what I was really realizing is that if I follow Eastern time, it's better for me. I feel like there's more people on social media when I post. For example, I was posting at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and I wasn't getting a lot of likes for my recipes. I started posting at 5:30, which would be around Eastern Time, 7 o'clock, and had probably 4 times as many likes on my posts. Then he said 6 to 9 a.m. in the morning when people wake up and they check their social media before they go for work or appointments. Lunchtime, 11 to 1 p.m., they have time to check their social media again. In the evening, from 6 to 11 p.m., when people get home, time for them to rest before they sleep. Then 3 things to post. Motivating and inspiring quotes, recipe of food or drinks like snack, smoothie, meal, salad, picture of your daily workout. Sometimes it's nice to feature the fitness journey of your fellow coaches or anyone you have helped. These will be a big help for us to attract followers. All right, so that is what Jay says, and he's very good. He gets on daily, and I will get on by the end of the day. I think I have an extra 40 followers, so it's been really great having him help me out. And then what I do is when I have time, I'll go in and just message some of my new followers who like something that I posted to bring people into the business or invite people to challenge group. So I'm making connections there. Another thing is Insta follow. So if you can't afford to start off with G and you would like to do something, follow management tool lets you see who's following you, who you follow and is not following you, and who is following you that you are not following. You can quickly unfollow people with this tool if you find that they are following you. Power tip, with InstaFollow, you can regularly unfollow people who are not following you back. Use this tool to ensure you have more followers than people you follow. Okay, so that is InstaFollow, and that is an app. Social media will help you build up loyalty of your current customers to the point that they will willingly and for free tell others about you. Bonnie Sainsbury. Okay, so let's go to our next page, and I am having some difficulty sliding over, so give me a moment. All right, so here we have Megan Edwilson, if I'm saying that correctly. She was just on a call, and I listened to her podcast this morning, and she is 15-star diamond. Her tagline on the top is a lot more simple, and it's just straight to the point. So I really like hers. As for Melanie Mitro, Melanie Mitro has 23,000 followers and 2,900 posts. Megan has around 1,300 and 9,200 followers. So it's interesting that Megan has that many followers and is only following 591 as of Melanie. Well, I guess she's twice as much. So, if you look at the pictures, Melanie is showing herself. She's always smiling. Megan has a little bit different personality, and she's not smiling in this photo, but it's an attractive photo. And then she does have her children in here. I'm not seeing any of Melanie's children. One of the things that Chalene had said in one of her podcasts is she said, yes, my children are my life, but a lot of people don't want to see my children, so I don't put them on there all the time. Create great images for effectiveness. So if you feel like you're terrible at photos, sometimes myself, I feel like I could do a lot better. Go get a book or read a blog on how you can be a better photographer, and the different lighting that you can use. Another thing is the filters are incredibly helpful as well. Identify your brand with hashtags. So I went over the InstaTag, the app that you can use that has increased my effectiveness and time by a lot. Develop a marketing plan. So make sure you know what you're doing. My marketing plan is basically 4 things. My 4th is an invite, and the first 3 jabs, which is recipes, nutrition, and fitness, and then some kind of niche I can throw in there, here and there. Launch your brand. What is your brand? Who are you? For me, my favorite colors and who I am, who I find interest with. That's what your brand is. Who are you? What do you like? And with your brand, that's what a brand is. It is who are you? What do you like to do? For me, what I think about is, do I want to look at this? If I was scrolling through Instagram or Facebook, would this be interesting to me? And, eventually, if you're not being who you are, people are going to figure it out and not follow you any longer. Create your social network. So through all your social networks, what's really neat about social network, and once you start to figure out how Facebook, Instagram, and the blogging correlates, for me, I have everything in a file on my phone that I call work, and I just hit work, and I can go in and use an app called Photify, which there's different pictures and stickers, filters, words, quotes, things like that I can put on my picture, and I can post that onto Instagram, and then I can share that to Facebook, to my blog, it's endless. Once you do one post, you can just take an extra 5 to 10 minutes and go into all those different networks. And so that's a huge asset for marketing. And you're doing it all yourself. So when you do that one post, take some time to think about it. Once you become consistent and well, this is my time, my morning time, I post my fitness. At lunchtime, I post some kind of meal. And then in the afternoon, I post a quote. And sometimes maybe I may do a 4th one. The next day in the morning, do my fitness, and then I'll do my invite. So once you get into that system, write out your system. What is your system going to be? And follow through with it. Be consistent. You may not feel like you're attracting people in. You may not get a lot of likes, but keep trying something new until you find what's working. It might take 20 times, but eventually you'll get the hang of it. Track and measure your efforts. Iconosquare.com. What's really neat is Instagram started as just a mobile application, but now you can go into your laptop or your computer and look to see what the big picture on your screen of what your Instagram account looks like, and others as well. You can track how many likes you're getting. You can track how many people are coming to your page, your followers. You can unfollow people there. There's a lot of different options. So Iconosphere is a great resource. For Instagram, some other great resources is Instagram Impact, which is the book that I was sharing here. Instagram Impact is the tag, or the Instagram account by Chalene Johnson. And then the Power, Instagram Power by Jason G. Mills. And then Podcast Social Media Marketing by Michael Stelzer. I have listened to his social media podcast, and it is really good. He has had Chalene Johnson on his show, Amy Porterfield, and a few other big names that I can't think of right now. All right, so Anita Myron, 16,000 followers. She has 2 ways to get a hold of her email and what her mission is. And I heard about her at Summit, and I wanted to know more about her. She just has this great, exciting personality, and what I really like about her is she's funny too. So as you can see down in this picture, it's a maternity picture, and then there's this guy being funny, copying the maternity picture. So I think that's a little bit of her niche too, is to add humor into her post. Another thing about humor that I'm noticing is it makes people put their guard down about you. And I sometimes can be overly professional, and I married a man that was very humorous, and so that's really helped me make it easier to interact with other people by using humor, but make sure it's in good humor. Trustworthy content has a balanced point of view. It asks and answers the right questions. It doesn't love itself. It tries to inform and educate. See Farnsworth. Right here, Lindsay Matway. She's got her name there, her followers, her posts. You can see she hasn't had too many posts on her page. And she's only following 178. Then her information, her tagline, and then also if you have a Android phone. So I don't know if this is going to help someone, but it was kind of eye-opening just recently. You know how you have all those pictures where she has her faith picture, her fitness, her fashion, and freedom? You can do the same thing on your posts through Facebook and on Instagram as well. All you have to do is when you go to type out your message, you hold down on the microphone key. If you don't have a microphone key, the same key that helps you write out your text message. And then I think they're called emojis, but all the emojis will come up and you can choose them. And I didn't know how people were doing that, and it was really neat on the Instagram how it comes up. That's how it's done. So I hope that wasn't a waste of my time or your time, but it took me a year to find that out. Megan, I really liked her cover page, and Brittany Leggett doing really well, and Megan obviously. And so they both use a cover picture. People want to know who you are. I'm saying this right now, and I do not have a cover picture on my Facebook page because I have just had my photography done, and I'm waiting for her to edit them and send them to me. So I should have them tomorrow. But it's driving me crazy. I do not have my cover page of myself up there yet. I'm sure I can find something else. I've just been kind of lazy. They both, as you can see, are using a public figure on their Facebook page. And so I'll get to that with Facebook. One of the things is your Facebook business page is one of the most important assets you have in successfully marketing your business. You can drive lots of visitors to your Facebook page and update your status frequently. But if you have not taken the time to create a well-designed page, all these things are useless. Designing a successful page is deceptively easy. Any business owner can create a Facebook page in less time than it takes to drink a cup of tea. So one of the things that it does say is a lot of questions about, do I start a business page first or do I start a personal page first? Well, I have the answer right here. What it says is, I strongly suggest that you do not create your page as a business page first, but instead create a personal account first. Link to your business page. By doing this, you will have better control and additional privacy settings available for your page. So go in, create your personal page first, then add in your business page, which is very easy. And how to do that? Once you have a personal page account, click the Create Page link at the bottom of your account settings page, and you're able to create that page. Make sure you have a profile picture. We already went over that. And then make sure your business info, when you are filling out who you are, it tells exactly what you do, who you are, what you provide, what services you provide. So when people come across your account, they're able to be completely aware of who you are. And if they may not come to you today, but later on they think about it, or they may see it again and decide to choose to use you. So just make sure it's very informative and you get straight to the point of what you do. Make sure you're, make sure you're constantly informing followers of information. And so I'll give you an example. For my Instagram account, I choose, for Facebook, I'm constantly in there, and I think of Facebook more of my friends and family. They're the people that know more about my life than anyone else does. I feel confident and comfortable posting there, and this is my private, or not my private, but my personal Facebook page. Then with Instagram, so for an invite, I may share a lot of details with my invite, more personal, but when I do an invite on Instagram, it's more critiquing to, I'm finding followers, I'm into health and fitness, and I'm inviting you to a challenge group. And I don't post those very often, like I said, every fourth time. And then what happens is when I post, I critique what I'm saying each one, and it only takes a few minutes to fix what I'm writing. But you can share, what I like to do is share the information that is on Instagram and put that into my business page on Facebook. So what I'm using on Instagram for my business, I'm also using on my business page on Facebook, and I hope that makes sense. So you may have 2 extra posts. Like for me, I may have 2 other posts that are really simple. One thing as a quotation of what my son just said, who's 4, that thinks of the funniest things. And that's just simple, and I'll just post that real quick onto Facebook, and they're random things that happen, or glass shattering in my kitchen or whatever. That stuff I don't post on Instagram. These are strangers that you're relating to in Instagram is basically what I'm getting at. Same with on your business page. It could be anybody and anyone in this certain niche that you're trying to reach when you boost a post. So you can, and that's what's really neat, is you're making that information for Instagram already, and then you just share it to your Facebook business page or just repost it into your Facebook page. And you can boost that post so you're relating to the people you have chosen through your Facebook advertising of who you want to see. And I mean, you can spend just $5 a month, or you can spend $10, and that's just to generate traffic to your page, get more followers. One thing Scotty had told me is I have not advertised yet through Facebook because I'm leery about spending the money, not being really familiar on what works and what doesn't. So I'm in my family Facebook page more often than my business Facebook page. And so one of the things that Scotty said is to use your business page and to get a lot of traffic and leads from there is giveaways and things like that. And so I'm going to start doing that but just so you know, is that's one of the things that Scotty had told me. But if you are in Facebook right now and you feel really, really comfortable in Facebook, go read a book on advertising on your business page or do some research on a blog, things like that. Get your creative wheels going and then just try something and don't be afraid to try it. One thing I know about being consistent is you're fearful about what you're posting, or when I started, I was fearful about what I was posting. But now, because I'm so consistent and I know when the next post is coming, I'll think to myself, well, if this one doesn't work, the next one's coming out at noon. So just get over it. And by the time at the end of the day, unless you post the last risky one at the end of the day, you may have a hard time sleeping at night, but don't let it bother you. You're keeping the wheels turning, and so things are going to just go back into the back, and people are going to totally forget what you wrote earlier that day about an invite. And then my morning thing is we're bopping around with the kids, and that's the new post, and everybody, now that's what she's doing. So don't let your post, if you're being consistent, which you're supposed to be, you shouldn't worry about what your post is right now. Just get it out there, just post it and learn from it. And then you have your next post that's coming to erase it if that one didn't work for you. So good luck on your posts. And then for when you're designing your business page, we went over that, integrate Facebook with your blog and make sure you're posting your blog location to how to reach you on Facebook. And then here and there, throw in your blog. So what I'll do, I think Scotty did the presentation on the blog, but what I'll do for an idea is maybe I'll post a recipe, and then through Photify or whatever app you're using to make your pictures, you can put your blog contact or your email or whatever, but put the contact on that recipe, and it's there and people see it. They can go to it if they want to, and they may be curious. So it's just a way to get your name out there in a lot of different ways. Generate traffic, be consistent, went over that. Increase attention with events. One of the things that they talked about in the Instagram Power is photo workshops, I believe it was called. I know that's not it actually, but basically what it is going out with other photographers. I guess they have large groups for this in all areas, and I'm actually interested in wanting to do it. I want to get a little bit better with my photography, and so it says there's photography groups that meet up and they just go into your local area and do photography. So I thought about the moms that think, from being a mom, from mom's perspective, is I think, how many times are you the one behind the camera taking the pictures, but nobody's taking your pictures? So maybe get into a mom's group or some kind of niche group and just ask people if they want to do a photo walk. That's what they're called, photo walks. And where you go around the community, they may be new to the community, want to learn about the community, and you can show them around because you're from there, or maybe you don't know and want to learn yourself. And you can take pictures of them and their kids if they feel comfortable with that. And if you feel comfortable with that, you can get a little bit better on your photography, critique yourself. You're getting out and meeting people, and you can start hosting these events. So there's an idea for you. That's one of the things that was recommended in Instagram Power that I would like to do as a mom, just for benefit of helping me with photography, meeting new people, and getting some pictures of me and my kids. That doesn't happen all the time. So study successful tactics of other businesses and coaches. Just follow. I like to follow the top coaches, as you can see from these photos, and just kind of reuse content that they use in my own way. And that just basically what I'm doing when I'm following them and getting information is I'm getting the confidence. They're putting it out there. They're the top coaches. They know what they're doing. And so if I can just use some of their taglines or just kind of get an idea of what they're doing through my own way and putting it out there, I think to myself, well, they did it, and this is how many likes they got off of it. What's neat is you're regenerating their posts in your way, getting out to your friends and followers, and you can critique, well, why isn't it working for my followers? For example, I posted a picture. It looked just like this. I really like Megan. It's simple, it's classic, and you have this gal in the back working out, but then also is you're meeting Megan face to face, or not face to face, but it's very personal, and you see who she is, and she looks great. And so I kind of critique my cover page as of hers, and I use that same kind of lineup from my cover page, and I did as an invite, and I got no likes off of it, none at all, cricket. And I was really disappointed. But when I had posted my cover page like Megan's, it went over pretty well. I got a lot of likes from it. So I thought, well, why is that? And I felt like it wasn't personal, and it works as a cover page, and people like it as my cover page. But when it comes to invites, it looks, I think, too salesy. So my next one that I did was I just posted a picture of myself, but not with all the fancy stuff and the name and everything. And then I did an invite in the content. And so that went over a lot better. I had about, it's not a lot of likes, but 10 likes versus 0 likes off the other one. So just play around, and then that's what I say. You try 20 times and see how it goes, and you'll get a feel for what works for you. And then you'll get better and better each time. Great resources, literature to read. The Facebook Guide to Small Business Marketing by Raymond Ray. Facebook Marketing for Dummies by Amy Porterfield. Okay, so someone had recommended that Amy Porterfield book, but I went to, Barnes and Noble, and they do not carry it. She says that it's an older edition. They don't carry it any longer. So what I recommend is do your research for Facebook Marketing for Dummies. There's tons of them out there. Maybe get the just most recent. And then online, sociallystacked.com, a blog, there's quite a bit of information on there. And facebook.com business/overview. Consistently investigate what gives other people energy. Be the fun that fuels it. So here is Get Fit Anita. That's the right name. A lot of these photos are from her. She is just so fun. So this one up here with the gentleman laying comfortably on this table. It's humorous. It's funny. It creates a lot of energy, and all her pictures do. So even this turkey, she can liven up a turkey. So or chicken. Then she's got her workout picture, and then she also has her daughter here. Hilarious. Her daughter drinking Shakeology, safe for kids to drink, very personal, yet she's thrown in a little bit of marketing there. So there's some ideas. And then Lindsay Matley down here having fun. Next to the pool adds a little bit of some text in her own format. Even this text of cheers shows her personality, and they write about that in the Instagram Power. Is your brand, if whatever you're using for your text is you and who you are, and be consistent with that same text. Chelsea and who she is, and very glamorous. And then you have Melanie Meacher over here in the corner. So great posts, some ideas. And don't be salesy. Somebody had said, don't be kissing your Shakeology bottle. Please, please don't be doing that. Yes, please don't do that. Thank you for your time, and go get that diamond. Good luck with your social media, your posting. Don't be afraid. Just get out there and do it and start failing forward. Thanks.